Let's begin in our cross-legged pose. I like to sit in Sukhasana. You can sit in whatever variation of a cross-legged pose that you like, maybe ankle to ankle. Sukhasana, you flex your feet and then rest your shins into the arches of the feet. Pull the flesh away from the sitting bones and then pull on your knees so that you can come right on top of your sitting bones, bringing your pelvis into neutral. My friend Duke is going to be helping us throughout the class today. Hopefully he doesn't be too much of a nuisance with his barking and scratching and stuff, but that's okay. We love our pets, right? And love having them around. Okay, so today we're really going to be focusing on opening up the heart chakra and bringing some balance into the heart chakra. There's a lot going on in the world, and to me, I really like to focus at least some of the day, especially in the beginning of the day, but any time of the day, just centering, being present, and focusing on love and on positivity so that we can bring more of that into the world, especially when it's so desperately needed. So that's what we're really going to focus on in this practice today, is raising the vibe, raising our vibe. Once we do that, whenever we do this internal work, it creates a ripple effect, right? So they say be the change that you want to see in the world. So that's what we're going to do today. From here, lengthen the spine by thinking about bringing the rib cage up away from the pelvis. You can bring your hands to your knees and let's have the palms open. You can relax your shoulders away from the ears and bring your chin parallel to the ground. Close your eyes if that feels safe for you. Otherwise, you can have a soft gaze at the ground. Slow down the breath. Take a couple rounds of cleansing breaths, and on your exhale, think about exhaling like you're blowing through a straw. Okay, so let's inhale through the nose, expand the ribs in every direction. And then exhale through the mouth like you're blowing through a straw. Just letting go of anything that you brought onto your mat with you today, anything that's been weighing heavy on your mind. We're going to let that go for now. I think sometimes we feel like bad people if we aren't feeling bad about, things that are going on around us. And while I totally get that, and I'm not trying to say don't feel your feelings, because I definitely think you should, we just don't want to get stuck there, right? Because we want to try to create change. And the more we focus on things, this is just my belief, I might get some flack for it, but the more we focus on things, the bigger it makes those and the more it attracts, right? So we want to focus on the beauty, on the love, on the good, and create more of that. Start to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Expanding the ribs on the inhale. Letting your outer body soften as you exhale, but keeping the spine nice and long. Now, if you're familiar with Ujjayi pranayama, you can begin doing that. So that's just valving the back of the throat, making that sound. Breathing into the count of 4 and out to the count of 4, regardless if you're going to be doing the Ujjayi or not. Now, while you're here and breathing, let your lips form a slight smile. When we do that, it releases dopamine in the brain, the happiness chemical. A few more breaths here. Now, while we're breathing here, circle the hands together in front of your heart, and let's do one of my favorite mudras, especially when we're focusing on bringing balance to the heart chakra, lotus mudra. So keep the outside edges of the thumbs together and the outside edges of the pinkies together, and then open up the center of the hands, extending the remaining fingers. The arms and the hands are directly connected to the heart chakra. And the heart chakra is kind of like the median point in between the lower, not worse chakras, but the more earth-based chakras, and then the higher chakras, again, not better, but the more spiritually based chakras. So they meet together at the heart. Smiling here, thinking about drawing love and beauty into the heart. on your inhales. And as you exhale, you could think about sending it out, sending out love, peace, especially to anyone that might need some love today. Good. And then just bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra. And let's connect together through time and space with one Om. Take a deep breath in. Good. And then lower your head as you exhale. And bring your hands to your knees. And just roll your head over to the right. Gently draw your left shoulder down. And roll your head forward and over to the left. Bring your head back down to center. Take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Blink your eyes open. And slowly lift your head. If you'd like to extend your legs out for a moment, just give them a little shake from side to side, releasing the knees. And then cross your legs again, putting your non-dominant leg in front. Now from here, pull the flesh again away from the sitting bones, and we're going to move through some rounds of cat-cow. And I really want you to think about having this movement initiate in the pelvis. So really focus on what your pelvis is doing. Ready? We're going to hold on to the knees and then inhale, arch the back, lift the chest. You can look up. And then exhale, round the back, chin towards the chest. Inhale, arch the back, look up. Exhale, round. Good. Keep going like that and connect this movement to the breath. This is our first vinyasa. And vinyasa has a few meanings. One of the meanings means linking the movement to the breath. So we're inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. So a little bit slower probably than what you're used to. But the reason why is because we want to make sure that we get in those full rounds of breath. And then come back to neutral. Now from here, we're going to do something that I really love to do. They're rib cage circles. Sometimes the brain is like, what? The brain and the body have a little bit of a disconnect here. But it's kind of like cat-cow, but we're going to do some circles. So I want you to think about doing circles with the rib cage around the pelvis. So let's bring the ribs over to the right. Round. So now we're in our cat, and then over to the left and arch, and then round it out. Let's keep going in circles. Try to keep your head kind of in the same spot and really isolate the ribs. I love this one. It feels really good. And then go the other way. Now, just because something feels good to me or feels good in general to a lot of people doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to feel good for you. So there's nothing wrong with you if a pose doesn't feel good. And come back to center. All right. You can either come onto your hands and knees, or let's have a little bit of fun and create a little bit of a challenge by doing some rock and rolls. Roll back and up. Good. And then after the third one, see if you can roll all the way to the feet. It's tricky. And then come back to the hands and knees. Awesome. Let's extend the right foot back and just push the heel down towards the mat, releasing the knee from being bent for so long. And then switch it out to the other side, pushing the heel back. Oh, it feels so good in the calf. Whew. Take those cleansing breaths anytime you want to, in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, release. Now, come into your modified plank. So just push your shoulders and your chest forward. Keep your shoulders plugged in, navel towards the spine. We're going to lower down and keep the elbows in. Now, I just learned a name of this pose. I just always called it a shoulder stretch because I never really knew a name. Somebody called it broken wing pose. So bring your right hand in and then extend your left arm straight out to the side. So it's like in a T. And then walk that left hand forward just about an inch or 2. Now from here, push into your right hand and open up your chest. You could stay there or bend the top leg. Place the foot behind you. You could even bend the bottom leg and place that foot down. Listen to your body. It doesn't make you a better yogi if you're pushing past your limits and making your body contort into some pose that does not feel good for you. Makes you a great yogi if you listen to your body and start to push the ego out of the way, kind of overriding the ego. Okay, come back to the belly, right hand straight out, and then walk it about an inch or 2 forward, left hand in. Open up the chest. And then the right side of the head can come down. Can bend the top leg back. Maybe the bottom leg. Good. Come back to center, back onto the belly, and bring your hands on either side of the chest, fingers pointing forward, toes pointing straight back, elbows in. Let's inhale, lift the chest, push into the hands, and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the chest, thinking about drawing the chest forward and up, and then exhale, lower down. One more, inhale up. This is Bhujangasana, Cobra. Exhale, lower down. All right, now come onto your forearms for a moment and fold the left forearm in. Bend the right leg, reach back, maybe grab your toes or your ankle. If you can grab your ankle, flex the foot. From here, navel towards the spine. Now, this pose I wouldn't always put towards the beginning of the class, but since this is a level 1, 2, a little bit closer to 2, then you can put in a little bit of harder poses in the beginning. If you need more of a stretch, forehead to the forearm. If you need more sensation, navel towards the spine. Good. All right, switch it out. Right forearm down, bend the left leg, grab what you can. If you can grab the ankle, flex the foot. Smile. And then let's come up with an affirmation for our practice. It could be, I am open to love. Or what about, I send love to those who need it. It's kind of a different affirmation, right? It's not something we normally do, but making it more like a prayer, more of an offering. So however you'd like to use your practice today. There's nothing selfish with you using it for you. Remember, the more you do the inner work, the more of a change you'll see in the outer world. Whew, all right, release that. Now, interlace your hands behind your back. You can have your forehead or your chin on the ground. And then on your inhale, we're going to lift the chest. As you exhale, tuck the chin slightly. Now you can just reach the fingers back or lift the arms off of the back. You can stay there or lift the feet off of the mat as well. If you do that, turn the heels out a little bit. That'll broaden the sacrum. Just breathe. And release. You can bring your forearms parallel to the front of the mat, forehead to the top hand, crocodile pose. Take a couple deep breaths. Great. Interlace your hands behind your back in your non-dominant way. If they don't latch easily, just reach back towards the feet. On your inhale, lift. On your exhale, tuck the chin slightly. Maybe lift the arms off the back, maybe lift the feet. Yogi's choice. Listen to your body. What's going to make you feel love today? What's going to make you feel like you're sending your body love? If we can't do it for ourselves, how can we do it for others, right? Okay, and then forearms again to the front of the mat. Put your opposite hand on top, forehead to the top hand. A couple cleansing breaths. All right, hands on either side of the chest, curl the toes under, lift the belly first, do a couple little push-ups. I call this the inchworm. Yeah, and then push up to your modified plank. Spread your fingers apart, push your knuckles down, down, down into the mat. And then let's lift the knees up and push the hips up and back into our first downward facing dog. Start to walk the dog here. Push one heel down, then the other heel down, waking up the backs of the legs. Come back to your affirmation. I am open to love, or whatever you've decided it would be today. Good. And then find some stillness just for a couple of breaths. And then come back down to the hands and knees. All right, so from here, we're in tabletop. The wrists are under the shoulders. The knees are under the hips. Inhale, look out in front of you. Draw your chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, round your back, chin towards the chest. Inhale, look out in front of you. Point your tailbone up towards the sky. Exhale, round the back. Point your tailbone down. Good. Keep going. Again, we're linking the movement to the breath. I love cat-cow for that reason, because it's such good practice of linking the movement to the breath, of inhaling to 4 and exhaling for 4. And then come back to center here. All right, now extend your left foot back and your right arm forward. From there, you can stay, of course, or lift the left leg. Stay there or bend the left knee, reach back with the right hand and grab what you can. Now, I really want you to focus on feeling a quad stretch. So navel towards the spine. And then really kind of point the left knee back and breathe. Tuck the tailbone, bringing the pelvis into neutral. Smile. So fun. And release. All right, right foot back, left arm forward, stay there or lift, stay there or bend and reach back, grab. Focus on the quad stretch by drawing your navel towards your spine carefully. Good, release. All right, now we're gonna do that again. And this time I want you to really focus on opening the heart. All right, so left foot back, right arm forward, lift the leg, bend the knee, reach back, grab what you can. This time, open the heart. So you can look forward in front of your mat about a foot or two, reaching the chest forward. Good, release. Switch it out. Right foot back. Left arm forward, lift the leg, bend the knee, reach back, grab what you can, open the heart. Breathe. Beautiful. Release. And bring your knees as wide as your mat. Big toes can touch for modified child's pose. Reach your arms out in front of you. Forehead can come down. Take some cleansing breaths here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Expanding the back as you inhale, and then exhaling, letting go, softening, grounding down as you exhale. Let's bring this into a side stretch. Walk both hands over to the left and really reach with the right hand as you keep the hips synced back. So keep the hips really pinned back. Feel the stretch all the way down the right side. And walk the hands over to the right. To reach with the left hand, feel the stretch all the way down the left side. Come back to center. Roll back up to your hands and knees. Bring your knees to center. Spread your fingers apart. Push your knuckles down into the mat. Pinky fingers pointing straight forward. Walk your knees back. Curl the toes under. Lift the knees up and send the hips up and back. Let your head hang. Now here, think about rolling the shoulders away from each other like you're trying to close the armpits, and then keep that action, but roll the forearms in to keep the knuckles heavy, especially in the pointer finger and the thumb. Now you can stay there, or you can increase the heat and your heart rate by walking the feet in a couple inches, big toes touch, bend your knees. Inhale, look forward. At the end of the exhale, little or big hop. You can do a 3 to 5. Or maybe you catch some hang time. After you do 3, you can lightly hop forward. Try not to make a sound. I know it's really fun. Try not to make a sound. As soon as you land, hands can come to your shins or stay on the ground. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Push into the feet. Look out in front of you. Lead with the back of the head. As you inhale, rise up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, draw the hands down to center. Lotus Mudra. And breathe here. This is definitely one of my favorite mudras. Like I said, I've been doing it a lot recently. Bring your pelvis back so that it's right above the ankles. Let the tailbone get heavy so that the pelvis comes into neutral. And breathe. Draw the love into the heart on your inhale. As you exhale, send it out. My head is getting chopped off. As you inhale, draw it in. As you exhale, send it out. Smile. All right. If you're not up at the front of the mat, make your way there. Big toes can touch. The bone of the big toes, like the base of the big toes, can touch, or you can separate your feet an inch or so. Look down at your feet and make sure that they're pointing straight forward. Sometimes we have like one foot pointing out, and we want to remember that our mountain poses are anatomical neutral. Okay, so we want both feet pointing straight forward. It might feel weird at first. I know it definitely did for me. Bring your pelvis back again so it ends up above the ankles and brings your pelvis into neutral, arms by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, let's draw the hands down through center today. Inhale, come to your monkey pose, wherever you need to go to get a flat back. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk to plank or hop to chaturanga. Please don't hop to plank. It's too hard on the shoulders. Inhale, push forward. Exhale, lower down with or without the knees. Be honest with yourself. Where do you need to go to get the chest to land first? Okay, uncurl the toes, push into the hands. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Curl the toes under. Lift the belly first. Inhale, push up to your modified plank or regular plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Moving slow enough to be able to breathe in and out to the count of 4. Roll the shoulders away from each other. Roll the forearms in. And breathe. Good. Walk the feet in a couple inches. Big toes touch. Bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. At the end of the exhale, walk or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine, monkey. Exhale, fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Push into the feet, look out in front of you. Inhale, rise up with a flat back, palms touch overhead. Exhale, draw that love from source down into the heart center. Lotus Mudra, breathe. Smile. Affirmation. Good. Ready to do one more? Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw that love down through center. Inhale, monkey pose, 4 counts. Exhale, plank or chaturanga. Lower down, or inhale, push forward. Exhale, lower down with or without the knees. Now, if you're going to go to up dog, you go to 90 degrees here, okay? Should be able to hold this. Yeah, smile. Inhale, push through. Upward facing dog. Only the tops of the feet are touching. Now, this is definitely more level 2. Now, if you're going to do this, I'm going to encourage you to slowly come back to chaturanga, push up and back to your downward facing dog so that you don't miss out on building the strength, so that you can begin to do more advanced poses if you like. And just, like I said, to build more strength, more arm definition, all those goodies that you'd like. I'm definitely building some heat. Walk your feet in a couple inches, big toes touch. Bend your knees. Inhale, look forward. At the end of the exhale, walk or lightly hop to the front of the mat. Try not to make a sound. Inhale, monkey, lengthen. Exhale, fold over the legs. Push into the feet, look out in front of you. Inhale, rise up, palms touch. Exhale, draw that love from source down into your heart center. Lotus Mudra, breathe. Breathe in the love. Exhale, send it out. Very good. All right, arms down by your sides. Now we're going to start to add on to our sun salutations and move through 3 flows, getting us even closer to our pinnacle pose. If you'd like to grab a drink, might be a good idea, but just know you can do that at any time. All right, ready? Let's do this. Flow number 1. Inhale, reach your arms up. If you'd like to go nice and low and build heat, you can kind of scrape the ground with your arms. Inhale here, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up to your monkey pose. Reach the chest forward. Exhale, walk to plank or hop to chaturanga. That's more level 2 again. Inhale, upward facing dog, level 2. Exhale, back down. Inhale, push up in a straight line. Exhale, hips up and back. Now I'll stop doing that version and I'll go back to the more level 1 version, because I know that's really, really hard, but I wanted you to see how to do that correctly. Big toes touch. Inhale, right leg up and back. And then exhale, bring your knee towards your nose and place the foot in between the hands. We're going to flatten the back foot and then slowly come up for Virabhadrasana 1. Okay, so the back left toes point towards the front left corner of the mat, front knees bent, back leg is straight, navel towards the spine. Lift the rib cage up away from the pelvis. Arms up, wrap the shoulders. And breathe here. Palms can touch. Smile. Pushing the pinky side edge of the hands together. Feet are like they're on train tracks. Navel towards the spine to protect the low back. Now this is, again, more of a level 1-2 transition. Hands to the heart. Open your pelvis, opening up the back foot, and then walking the right foot over so that now the right heel's in line with the arch of the back foot. Level out the pelvis, keep the knee back so it's right on top of the ankle. Arms up, gaze out through the right middle finger, and breathe here. Now you can interlace your hands behind your back or come into reverse namaste. So I'll go this way. So reverse namaste is palms together on the back, fingers pointing up, draw the shoulders back. And you can just look out over the right leg. Good. Release that. Release the arms out to the sides. Let's inhale. And then exhale, windmill both hands down on either side of the right foot. You can move through a vinyasa or just hold your downward facing dog or take a resting pose. I'll talk you through the vinyasa. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower with or without the knees. Chest lands first. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, chest forward and up, Bhujangasana or upward facing dog. Exhale, down. Curl the toes under. Lift the belly first. Inhale. Push up to your modified plank. Exhale, hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe. It's taking some deep cleansing breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth, just letting it go. Good. Big toes touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, round the back, knee towards the nose. Place the foot in between the hands. Flatten the back foot when you can. And slowly come up. Feet are like they're on train tracks. Back right toes point towards the front right corner of the mat. Left knees bent, back leg straight, navel towards the spine to bring the pelvis into neutral. Arms up, wrap the shoulders. Palms can touch if that's available to you. Pinky side edge of the hands really pushing together. Breathe. Affirmation. Smile. Good. Hands to your heart. Open up the hips towards the long edge of the mat. Start to walk your left foot over. So now the left heel's in line with the arch of the back foot. Turn the back foot out a little bit. Okay, not out, but just out from where it was. Level out the pelvis. Lift the ribs. Arms up. Virabhadrasana 2. Interlace the hands behind the back in the non-dominant way for Yoga Mudra. Stay there or reverse namaste. Arms back out. Warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands on either side of the left foot. Vinyasa, down dog or resting pose. I'll talk you through. Inhale, forward, shoulders past the wrists. Exhale, lower with or without the knees, elbows in. Don't rush it, uncurl the toes. Inhale, back bend of choice. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes under, lift the belly. Inhale, push up nice and slow. Try not to use momentum. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Now we'll hold here for a few breaths, or please feel free to rest, because downward facing dog is not a resting pose. All right, ready for flow number 2? Downward facing dog. Let's just walk it out. Walk the feet in a couple inches, big toes touch, bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. Into the exhale, walk or float. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Push your hips back. Exhale, rise, arms by the sides. Breathe, find your gazing point. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, walk to plank or hop to chaturanga. Move through your vinyasa. All right, big toes touch. Inhale, right leg up. Bend the knee. Exhale, open the hips. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, bring the foot in between the hands. Virabhadrasana 1 again, warrior 1. Arms up, wrap the shoulders, palms can touch. Smile, navel towards the spine, back heel is down. Back left toes point towards the front left corner of the mat. Lotus mudra at the heart center. Smile, affirmation. Hinge forward, lift the heel. Let's inhale. Exhale, push off of the back foot, warrior 3. You're in a straight line from the back heel to the crown. Navel towards the spine, so we're not arching the back. You just take it to where you want to go. No further than parallel to the ground. Back toes pointing straight down. Okay, slowly come back up. Bend the left knee. You could take a break as needed. Grab the foot or the ankle. Quad stretch. Maybe you can grab it with both hands. Draw the shoulders back. Right hand out in front, little baby dancer. Make sure not to hyperextend the standing knee. So squeeze the quad. Now you can move through your vinyasa or standing splits. Hands down, grab the right calf. Could do a couple little hops. And then make your way through your vinyasa. Come to down dog or rest. Don't rush it. It's like every movement is an offering. And we're creating and cultivating more love every time we move. Big toes touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hips. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, bring it through. Flatten the back foot. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Wrap the shoulders, palms touch, navel towards the spine. Smile, affirmation, breathe. Yoga mudra. Lotus mudra. Hinge forward, lift the heel. Warrior 3, putting all the weight into the left foot. Squeeze the left quad so you don't hyperextend. Navel towards the spine. Extending out through the back heel and the crown of the head. Good. Slowly rise up. Quad stretch. So bend the back knee. Grab what you can. You can grab the ankle, flex the foot. Maybe grab with both hands. Draw the chest forward, shoulders back. Baby dancer, left arm forward. Pull the foot back as you reach the chest forward. You can make your way back through your flow however it makes sense. Or standing splits. A couple little hops. And then flow through your vinyasa or rest. Wherever you are, take some cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just letting go of anything that's holding you or keeping you from feeling that love. You don't have to put a name on it. Just let it go. Make your way back to down dog if you're not there. Walk it out, pedal the feet. Walk the feet in, big toes touch. Bend the knees, inhale, look forward. At the end of the exhale, walk or hop forward. As soon as you land, inhale, monkey. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Push your hips back so you can see your ankles. Exhale, rise up, arms by the sides. Smile. Breathe, Lotus Mudra. Affirmation. Find your gazing point or close your eyes. Okay, ready for our last flow? Let's do it. Whew. All right, inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, walk to plank or hop to chaturanga. Inhale, push forward. Exhale, lower with or without the knees. Chest lands first, uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down, curl the toes under. Inhale, push up nice and slow. Make it fun. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Rolling the shoulders away from each other and the forearms in. Big toes touch. Inhale, bring your right leg up. Exhale, bring it through. Low lunge, bring your back knee down. Rising up for kneeling warrior. Navel towards the spine to keep the pelvis into neutral. Pushing the right knee forward as far as you can go without the booty popping out. Making sure the knee doesn't go past the ankle. I like to have the back toes curled under for stability. Arms up, wrap the shoulders, palms can touch. Breathe. Relax the traps, the muscles at the base of the neck. Good. All right, left hand down, right hand to your right knee. Walk the right foot over. You can turn the toes out a little bit. Just make sure the knee's pointing in the same direction as the toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Make sure not to dump into the bottom left shoulder. Stay there or right arm up. Stay there or lift the back foot. Reach back and grab with the hand. Stay there. Now this is a little bit more level 3, but possibly could bring your forearm to the ground. If you feel any pain, strain, or pulling, burning, anything like that, please back out of it. Show your body some love by listening and honoring it, creating that within yourself so that it creates the ripple effect in the world. Good. Now we're going to release that. You can either come to your down dog or you can flip the dog. So you can lift your back knee, start to bring your right leg up and back into a 3-legged dog. Open the hips, place the foot down behind the other one, point both sets of toes towards the back of the mat, lift your pelvis, lift your heart, open the chest, reaching the right hand back. Now to come out of it, go very slow. Don't use momentum because we don't want to torque anything. Use control, use your muscles. If you want to move through a 3-legged vinyasa, you could come to plank with one leg up, lower down, and then just move through the vinyasa. So hard. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bring it through. Back knee down. Rise up. Navel towards the spine. Push the left knee forward. Arms up. Wrap the shoulders. Palms can touch. Breathe. Anjaneyasana. Good. Exhale, right hand to the mat, left hand to the knee. Walk your left foot over, turn the toes out a little bit. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Smile, breathe. Stay there or bring the back foot up, reach back with the left hand. Stay there or come down onto the forearm. Listen to your body. Smile. Very good. Now slowly come out of that. You can move through your vinyasa or you can lift your back knee. 3-legged down dog. Open it up. Flipping the dog. Slowly flipping it back. Regular vinyasa or 3-legged. Notice how I got tired and I brought my knees down. Okay, that's okay. I'd rather you bring the knees down at any time through a vinyasa than trying to plug away and keep going, moving through vinyasas with bad form where you could get hurt just because you think it's more advanced, right? It's more advanced to listen to your body. Breathe. I hope you are sweating because I surely am. So resting or staying in down dog, you can stretch out your wrists a little bit, move them around if you're in a resting pose. All right, now make your way to your hands and knees if you're not there. And we're going to come into puppy dog pose. So keeping the pelvis above the knees, reach the arms out in front of you. Now you can bring the forearms down, the elbows down, and then the forehead to the mat. You're keeping your pelvis right on top of your knees. You're not coming forward and you're not sitting back. If it's available to you, you can walk the hands out, bringing the chest to the ground, chin to the mat. I like to hold on to the front of my mat. Breathe. Engage your abs, navel towards the spine, tuck the tailbone to come out of it. Slowly come back to your hands and knees and lower all the way down onto your belly. All right, so from here you can come onto your forearms, really pushing into the elbows, drawing the chest forward, shoulders back, navel towards the spine as you do that to create length. Breathe. Now we're going to come into bow pose. Okay, we'll do it 2 times. So you can start to lower down, bend the knees, reach back and grab what you can on each side. Try to bring the knees, they don't have to touch, but they should be parallel. Okay, and on your inhale, you're going to pull the feet back, lift the chest. On your exhale, tuck the chin a little bit. Now you might rock. This is going to depend what you're on. I'm on a rug on a kind of cushy mat, so it feels okay. But if I was on a harder floor with a thinner mat, I wouldn't rock. Very carefully release is kind of like a slingshot, so be careful. Come back to your crocodile pose, just like we did earlier. Whew. Take some cleansing breaths. Bend the knees, reach back, grab what you can, and rock. Now, if you're familiar with frog pose and you'd rather do that here, that's fine as well. That's a little bit more level 3. So I'm not going to do it in today's practice. Carefully release, other hand on top, forehead onto the top hand. Whew. Good. You can stay in crocodile pose. However, bend your knees and bring your knees as wide as your mat. Let both feet fall over to the left. This is reverse windshield wipers. Just releasing the back, especially the low back. And then let the feet go to the other side. Starting to really slow it down. You did amazing today. Good job. This was no easy feat, today's practice. So now let's just reward you with some nice cool down poses. Let's go back to the first side because why not? It feels so good. And then second side. All right, very good. Coming back to center. And then push yourself up to your downward facing dog. Only a couple more of these. We are done with our vinyasas though. Let's inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bring your right knee to the outside of the right wrist for pigeon. Please don't grab the foot and yank it up. Instead, curl the back toes under and walk it back, coming into your pigeon pose, feeling a nice stretch in the right hip and glute. If it's available to you, come onto your forearm, keeping your hips square, try not to dump off to the side. Back leg is parallel to the long edge of the mat. You can stack your fists and place your forehead onto the top fist, or you can lay all the way down, reaching your arms out, slowing down the breath. Try to unclench anything that's kind of seizing up. Just relax. Let your body know that it can trust you. You're not going to go further than it needs to be going today. Relax the forehead, relax the jaw. Good. Slowly, with intention, make your way out of it, because we're starting to really calm down the nervous system. So you can lift the leg and move it around, or you can walk it out. Whatever you want to do, whatever your body needs to do. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to the outside of the wrist. Foot swings over to the right. Don't grab the foot and yank it up. Curl the back toes under and walk it back instead. Back legs parallel to the long edge of the mat. Come down to where it feels good for you. If you're stacking your fist, put the opposite fist on top. Close your eyes. Relax the forehead and the jaw. Slow down the breath. See if you can breathe into 4, 5, or 6. And exhale to 6, 7, or 8. So letting the exhales get longer and longer. Your inhales are nice and deep. Exhales are longer than the inhales. Good. Very slowly come out of it with intention. Walk it out. Come back to your hands and knees. Now I'm going to ask you to swing your feet around in your non-dominant way. It feels really weird. Ugh, it feels so hard, doesn't it? And come back to your cross-legged pose, putting, again, your non-dominant leg in front, the one that feels just a little bit weird. Pull the flesh away from the sitting bones. You can pull on the knees to come right on top of the sitting bones. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, chin parallel to the ground, palms open. Slow down the breath. Again, find your rhythm of breathing, that Visamavriti, unequal breathing. Nice long inhale, longer exhale. Let's do a couple rounds. Let your lips form a slight smile. Lotus Mudra. Breathe in the love. As you exhale, send it out. Good. Lower your head slightly. Blink your eyes open. Lift your head. Gently lay all the way down onto your back. Extend your left leg straight out in front of you as you draw your right knee in towards your chest. Pavanamaktasana, single knee hug. Cross the leg over the body. Keeping the chest open, shoulders on the ground, just a gentle twist. Come back to center, draw it in. Switch it out slowly. Left knee and right leg straight out. Single knee hug. Cross the leg over, making sure to keep the forehead and the jaw relaxed here. Come back to center, draw it in. Bend both knees, placing both feet on the ground. Bring your feet wider than the mat, and we'll come into windshield wipers. We already did the reverse windshield wipers, but now we'll do here on the back. So just letting both knees gently fall over to the left. You can place one hand on the belly, one on the rib cage or solar plexus. Come back to center, other side. You can switch where the hands were, so just place the other one on top, other on bottom. Taking some cleansing sighs here, letting go of anything you've worked up to the surface today. Should be feeling pretty good right now. Kind of like you've wrung everything out. Bring both knees back to center. Both knees in towards the chest. Apanasana, double knee hug. Rock a little bit from side to side. Full body stretch. Reach the arms overhead. Heels in the other direction. Arch the back a little bit. Beautiful. And then just bring your arms by your sides. Make sure your low back feels nice here. So I like to bend my knees, tuck the tailbone, and then just place the hips back down. Bring your feet about as wide as your mat. Hands a little bit wider than the mat as well. Eyes are closed, getting really comfortable here. Now I'm going to encourage you in your Savasana to either set a timer on your phone for 5 or 10 minutes, or lay there for as long as it feels good, or lay there and take 10 deep breaths, visualizing bringing in healing energy into every part of your body, bringing in that love on your inhale. As you exhale, let go of what's no longer serving you and release love into the world, creating the world that you want to see. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, dear yogi. Thank you so much for doing the work, for everything you do within yourself and out in the world. Blessed be, namaste, and so it is. Amen. See you later. Bye, yogi.